Welcome back to Muskrat Gulch. I apologize for not having a video up last Thursday. This week's project turned into a full-time job, and that's not much of an overstatement. What we're going to do is hydro dip a handgun. Now, the gun, I had video, but the video got lost. So let's just make sure this gun is clear. It is. The gun that we're going to hydro dip is very much like this one. This is a 40 caliber. It's a Norenko. It's a very cheap gun. The one we're going to hydro dip is about an inch shorter than this. This shoots 40 caliber. The one that we're going to dip is a 9mm. But other than the length of the barrel, the gun looks identical. I had the video all made and somehow it got lost. So anyway, that's what the gun originally looked like. So that video is gone. So let's talk about the hydro dipping process. We made some mistakes. No, I did. I made some mistakes. The first mistake made was my paint choice. Now here's the paint I chose. These are Rust-Oleum camouflage paints and a green, tan, and dark brown. Those are the colors that I chose. These are the colors I want in my gun. Now we have absolutely no choice in what the actual pattern is going to be. That's random, and it can't be anything but. But these are the colors. Now, I assumed, don't do that, I assumed that these paints were oil-based paints, and they're not. So let's take a look at what happens when you spray a non-oil-based paint into water. Now, you see the way the paint is moving. And then it forms globules and they sink to the bottom. That shouldn't happen. And the next mistake we made, we decided to go ahead and try to dip the gun anyway. The gun's been stripped. What could happen? We just wipe it off. It's a water-based paint, so we could just wipe it off and we're done. So in goes the gun. And then out comes the gun, and I am not going to show you what this looked like. The paint and the water ran off the gun. It was terrible. We took a rag to it and we wiped it right away. We decided we were going to start over. So the paint that I chose to use, I didn't have the color choice that I had with that. I chose a flat rust and tan. Now, let's go take a look at the actual correct process for dipping something. All right, here's where we are. The gun has been completely disassembled. There's nothing left except the frame and slide. And I've masked off anywhere that I don't want paint to get, like the slide rails, small holes, things like that, on both the slide and the frame. The other thing I did, I took some, it's all masked off inside. I took some modeling clay and shoved it down in there very, very hard, and took a coat hanger, gotten shit for this, took a coat hanger and shoved it into the modeling clay to hold the gun for when we dip it in the water, and take it out. So it'll rest in a cardboard box like this until it's dry. So that's where we are right now, and now it's time for the paint job. Let's see what happens.
All right, We're going to do a dip. First thing we'll do, check our water temperature. This wants to be room temperature.
What's he say?
61.
61.
Cold room.
We got 3 colors. Usually hold your paint for about 2 to 3 second blasts, and you hold it far enough away so it doesn't splash the water. but you also don't hold it too far so that you don't get good volume of paint on the water surface.
So Kelly has the major color, right?
Yeah.
You've got the tan.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
And then Theresa
Got
and then
red.
Brent.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so let's try. Let me find the stir wire. Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Kelly? Theresa?
Theresa, don't
Good?
stop.
Kelly? Theresa? Good? Me? Kelly? Theresa? Kelly? Theresa? Me? Kelly? Theresa? Kelly? Good? Then we mix it around.
Oh, that looks cool.
Oh.
Nah, oh, yeah, this is gonna go good.
Holy crap.
Depends how funky you want it. You mix it more, do that, and then you just go real slow in, and the water will fill, and the paint should stick. Then once we get it in, then we're gonna have somebody who's gonna push the paint away. You can chase designs that you like. Then we chase the paint away.
There's signs in that.
Well,
So now we can see
oh wow, look at it.
it on the bottom.
Okay. Jeez, it's moving fast.
Wonder if do you want me to bring the heat right up to it? Pull it out slowly?
I'm gonna try that.
We can do it. Just do it.
Jeez.
Do it. We're not going to get any better than what we got right here.
There, there's a window.
Go to the heat, go to the heat.
And then we usually like to flash it off in the heat just so you don't get any run.
It's definitely better.
Yep.
Oh, that looks sweet.
Wow.
You're doing me do
And then
that.
keep it moving just so it doesn't.
Oh, man. Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
The
so
other side.
All right, second part of this. Here you go. Rick. Theresa. Me. Rick. Theresa. Rick. Theresa. Me. Rick. Theresa. Rick. Me. Theresa. Rick. Alright, try that. Then we mix it again.
That's pretty good even without mixing.
it does.
Funky we get that. Yeah,
Pick a
let's
spot.
try it here. Then you can again chase designs that you see or like. Nice and
This
slow.
looks great.
Try to stay away from that too much
Stay there.
tan. There. Now we're in there. We'll
Now-
shoo that paint away.
Some of this looks good too.
So, a couple of things different from yesterday was what? We made sure that the paint said oil based.
Oil based. It was oil based paint for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because yesterday we questioned it because it didn't say it on the
Right.
can.
So there, we can see that there now.
That looks awesome.
Now,
Hope it comes out of the water like that.
yeah, all right. Watch out, Kelly.
This is probably set. Yeah, because it's kind of shiny right now.
Yeah. Go for
All
it.
right, there we go.
Yeah, go for it.
looks like
That's amazing.
What are you gonna do with
caramel Christmas candies.
Tell me if I'm centered.
it? You're down a bit lower. There you go. Perfect. Right there. That's awesome.
Oh, it won't let me turn it.
Okay, don't worry about it.
This is getting loose.
Okay. That's how we dip the gun. Now, here's the gun. Let's rack it, make sure it's empty. It is. That's the gun. Tan and rust. We have no choice of what pattern. That's random. But that's it. And I gotta say, I am quite happy with it. The only thing left to do is shoot the gun. So why don't you come to the range with me and we'll shoot the gun. All right, so here we are. We're going to find out if it works. In a minute, load some magazines and we'll have some fun. Okay, 5 in the first mag. See how that goes, and then we'll load. Bullseye on the second shot. I'd say it's set up right. For full disclosure, when I put the sights on this gun, I moved them, the front sight, too far to the right. And it was obvious. Looking at the gun, you could tell it wasn't near the middle. So Gareth Hunt at the Hunt Indoor Gun Range in Truro is not afraid to whack something with a hammer and a punch. I am. So he took the gun into his shop, and I stayed outside and held my breath, and I could hear the banging, and he came out and he handed me the gun. I went into the range, and 3 of the first 5 rounds were bullseyes. So that's a keeper. I'm happy with it. I know that the high edges are going to wear. That's just from being in the holster. The rail is going to wear. I'm fine with that. I remember once a fella come into the range and he's got his holster with him, and he lined the inside of his holster with moleskin. And why'd you do that? Because it's scratching my SIG. I showed him my SIG, and it's worn on all the edges. That's wear on the gun. That is showing that you're using your gun. That is showing that your gun has been in and out of a holster. And I want people to know that I use mine. That mine isn't a wall hanger. Mine is meant to be used and abused, and it is. And this gun will be the same way. In a year, I'll be pretty disappointed if in a year this gun looks exactly the way it does right now. This gun is going to get used. It's a cheap gun, but it's a fun gun to use. And it's going to get some wear and tear on it. So when we finished hydro dipping this, Theresa started thinking, what can I hydro dip? What can I dip? You can dip anything. Just make sure you use it. Whatever you dip, you got to be able to put it in water. That's the main thing. You can't dip styrofoam, for example. You can't dip normal clothing. Anything that's hard that can be put in water can be dipped. So maybe the grips will be next. Who knows? but you can dip anything. I'm thinking her bike helmet maybe next. It's simple, it's fun, and you never know how it's going to turn out. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. It was a chore. It took a lot longer than what I expected, but I think the end result is worth it. I hope you do too. So we will see you next time at Muskrat Gulch. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and share this with your friends. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.